Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. A new political debate is emerging in South Sudan following the release of $6 million to the National Election Commission aimed at civic education and the construction of a new headquarters ahead of the planned December election. But while the funding is being presented as progress, not everyone see it that way. Civil rights figure Rajab Mahdis, speaking from People Coalition for Civil Action, is raising serious concern about whether this actually reflects real electoral readiness or not. According to him, the situation on the ground tell a very different story on that suggests the country may still be far from prepared for credible election, and that raises a critical question. Are these elections truly being prepared or simply being announced? The government has released $6 million to the National Election Commission officially for civic education, administrative operation, and construction of a new headquarters. On the surface, this appears to be a step forward. It signals that election preparation are moving and that institutions are being supported financially. But Rajab Mahdis argued that this view is misleading. He say the announcement does not reflect meaningful progress in the actual electoral process because, according to him, the core activities required for election have not even properly started. Mohandis lists several key pillars of election preparation that remain weak or inactive. These include a voter registration system, civic education program, establishment of constituency offices, boundary demarcation, and training of election officials. He argued that none of these are functioning at a serious national scale, and without this element, he suggested election cannot be considered realistic. In his view, the funding does not solve the main problem. It only touches the surface. To explain his position, Mohandis uses a powerful analogy. He compared the election process to a vehicle that has been grounded for a long time. The vehicle is missing critical part like no gearbox, no radiator, no injector pump, no tires. Then suddenly one part is replaced, like the radiator, and a press conference is held announcing that the vehicle is almost ready to move. But in reality, the engine still cannot function. His message is clear. Fixing one part does not mean the system is ready. And in the context of election, he argued that this is exactly what is happening. One of the strongest concerns raised is timing. The funding arrived only a month before the planned election date. Mohandis suggests that this is not accidental. He argued that in previous transitional periods, similar last-minute action have been taken, like a small reform introduced late, partial progress showcased, and then extension requested. From his perspective, this creates a pattern where deadline approached, activity began, but completion become impossible. And then the solution becomes more time. Mohandis goes further, suggesting that the current situation may not be about election alone. He argued that there are two possible motivations. Number one is to demonstrate progress to international partners. Second is to justify extending the transitional government period. In his view, The funding announcement could serve both purposes. It showed that elections are being prepared while still arguing that more time is needed. This is suggests create a political balance, progress on paper but delay in reality. A key argument in the interview is the difference between technical ability and political will. Mandi said South Sudan actually has skilled personnel, administrative experience, external partner willing to assist. So technically, elections are possible. But he argued that the real issue is not technical, it is political will. He claimed that if elections were genuinely prioritized, resources would have been allocated earlier and more consistently. Instead, he argued that funding for election has lagged behind other national priorities. Another major concern raised is whether the political environment is open enough for election. Mandis point to several issues like limited political party activity, weak public mobilization, unclear condition for opposition participation, and legal and security constraint. He argued that in a functioning democracy, political parties should already be active long before the official campaign period. But in the current situation, he said most parties appear inactive or restricted. This raises concern about whether the electoral environment would be truly competitive. Finally, Mandis highlight major legal gap that remain unresolved. The constitution is still incomplete. The Election Act needs further amendment. Regulation for voter education are not finalized, and census and demographic data are not ready. Without this foundation, he argued election lack a legal and structural base, and that makes the December timeline, in his view, unrealistic. So when we put everything together, the picture becomes more complex. On one side, there is funding being released and official preparation being announced. But on the other side, key systems are still missing. Legal framework are incomplete. Political participation remain limited. And question remain about readiness. Civil rights leader Raja Madis believes this gap between announcement and reality is too wide to ignore, and that leads us back to the central question: is South Sudan truly preparing for election or preparing for another extension of the transition? That answer ultimately will shape the country's political future. Well, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel and this is your first time, I would like you to tap the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video you can be notified. Let's meet on the next video.